Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel AC Astro. And today, now the so many people asking when Capricorn is coming. Capricorn is coming. 2024. Capricorn people, how they are going to perform. Akash is all set with his research and his predictions. Let's welcome Akash Chauhanji from Calgary, Canada. Akashji, Namaskar, Ram Ram.
Ram Ram Rohitji, Namaskar. Thank you so much for helping it out. And here, Rohitji, this is Capricorn, the year of 2024, and very extremely important year for Capricorn ascendant people because this is the year of Saturn. According to numerology, 2024, the total comes to 8, and this is the year of Saturn. And Saturn is a everyone is scared of Saturn. But very happy for Capricorn ascendant people as year of Saturn, and Saturn is sitting into the second house. That is the house of your gains, house of money, house of family, house of your self-respect in the society. 2024 of January starts with a very awesome good news for you because in your fourth house, the placement of Jupiter currently in retrograde motion was creating a lot of trouble, especially those who wanted to go to foreign countries or those who were in foreign countries and wanted to return back to their home country, get some kind of visas and XY and so many things. Here, it's a positive news for everyone because Jupiter in the fourth house will turn direct on 31st of December. This also embarks that the Lord of your, it's a very important planet here, Rohitji, Jupiter. It is not very auspicious for Capricorn ascendant because it is the owner of the third house, extreme hard work, and owner of the 12th house, losses or spending money, and also being into spiritual zone is ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter being in a little bit of difficult state was causing a lot of trouble in your expenses and also trouble related to your short distance travel, long distance basically travel in all. So Jupiter is going to get direct, and his aspects, that is the aspect on your eighth house, aspect on your 10th house, and 12th house, is going to be very active, and it is going to be a positive thing for you. Those who are looking for inheritance or any kind of things related to they're supposed to get it from their family, again a very wonderful time for you. Those who are looking for advancement in career or some kind of new career opportunities, awesome for them. And those who are looking for foreign travel, and again very good for them. So all three places, it's very
It's foreign
favorable.
travel is also because you are saying there is a exchange of lot between fourth and 12th house. Both exchange their houses between.
Yeah, and Mars is going to be here for a long period of time. So that means fourth house lord whenever goes into the 12th house, there can be foreign travel either from foreign country to home country or from home country to foreign country. So things can be looking positive during this period. Mercury turns direct into Scorpio. This is the second best event that starts beginning of the month only. Here Mercury also, when we see, it is the owner of your sixth and your ninth house. Okay, Rohiji, so that means it rules your diseases and all the problem, legal troubles, diseases, debt, your discipline, your work area, everything is ruled by Mercury. And on top of that, your destiny is also ruled by Mercury. And Mercury, where is it sitting? In the 11th house, sixth from the sixth. So a lot of trouble that you were facing in your health area and trouble in your friend circle, now that will be solved for you. And you will have a great time as Mercury turns direct here. If your goals which you're supposed to achieve, it will start with a bang. Like New Year starts with a bang for you, and you will be able to achieve major of your goals in beginning of the year only. So all the best. Later, Mercury enters into Sagittarius. Now, it is making a Viprit Rajyog. That means it will cause some kind of trouble, some kind of issues in the beginning, but later it will solve. And because it is making Viprit Rajyog, you can gain from this during this period. Two planets are making Viprit Rajyog. Sun is making Viprit Rajyog, sitting 8th house in the 12th house, 6th house in the 12th house. So they both are making Viprit Rajyog. So all the best. It's going to be a very all the tough situation that you were going through related to your health or related to any kind of ups and downs or recovery in your health. Again, very great time for you. Sun enters into Capricorn, Rohiji. So now Sun enters into the Lagna, into the ascendant. Here, this marks a very big event in the Hindu calendar that is called Makar Sankranti. Whenever Sun enters into any house, it is that day is Sankranti. That day is called Sankranti. But this is the special one. This is Makar Sankranti when Sun enters into Capricorn. Very auspicious. Eighth house Lord in the first house. That means there will be lot of new things that you will gain during this period, and that will be, in a simple way, Rohitji, it can be just like you invested into something in the past. Now that is going to fructify for you. So very great news for everyone. Later on, Venus enters into Sagittarius. Now Venus here is the Yoga Karka planet. Going into the 12th house can cause some trouble, Rohiji, and trouble that is related to your education and related to your career. So there can be either movement in your career. That means maybe you leave your job during this period and maybe join a new job or go to a foreign country. In fact, for studies also, there can be chance that you will be going to a foreign country. So there will be spending, there will be money that will be spent by you during this period. So hope for the best. I hope that January brings a very positive thing, because the earlier part of January is very, very promising. Only after 18th of January, when Venus enters Sagittarius, Yoga Karka in the 12th house is not so favorable. But 12th house has its own charm. Remember, everyone, every planet behaves like Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. It will create, it will preserve, and it will destroy. So here, Venus can destroy a lot of introvertness. Venus can destroy a lot of inward, what do you say? And no, it can create also. Like it can destroy introvertness, but it can create lot of introvert sadhana. Like you can go inside and start understanding your real life purpose. This is the time. Whenever Yoga Karka planets are in the ninth, 12th, fifth house, these are dharma houses, right? Here you will be able to connect much deeper on a deeper level with spirituality. So all the best for 2024 of January. Ruji, if I'm talking about Venus, I want to tell about someone. So many people know, I've seen two or three people who have such kind of placements, and later in their life, they want to go into ashrams. They want to say that we want to leave everything and go into ashrams. So when a Yoga Karka planet sits in the 12th house, such people want to detach from the world. It is just acting like Ketu sitting in a Dharma house, that they want detachment. So this is how it happens. February. Now, February first starts with Mercury entering into Capricorn. So, Mercury also leaves the Viprit Rajyog area and comes and joins Sun in your first house. Here, Mercury is the ninth house lord in the first house. So that means your destiny will be in your own hands. What does this mean? Simple, right? Ninth house planet goes in the first house. That means now your destiny is in your hand. You will be able to taking decisions according to your own wisdom. This is what it means during this period. And here you will, I feel that because Mercury is also the sixth house lord, so you will come into discipline, and that disciplined decision that you take will be very beautiful for you, and it will give good results. February 5th, Mars will enter into Capricorn, Rohiji. Now, this marks a very big event of February, because why? Mars gets exalted here, and exalted Mars means lot of courage, lot of, Mars is a second Yoga Karka here, if you see. It is the owner of the fourth house and the 11th house. If you say, after Venus, Mars is very, very auspicious and coming into the Lagna. That means there will be extreme gains through your network, and there can be good gains from your in the area related to your Rohiji, what we say, vehicle and your house, and these time people will be buying a lot of stuff, like maybe investing in houses or investing in things like that, in property. So extremely good period. Later on, Venus will enter into Capricorn, Rohiji. Now here, four planets sitting together. I know for a very short period, because second day Sun is going to be going away. It is on the border of first and second house, but still, four planets or three planets, it makes a stellium here. Now four planets aspecting your seventh house will be crazy during this period, because Venus, not a very good friend of Moon. Mercury, not a very good friend of Moon. Mars, wherever, now here it puts an aspect on the seventh house sitting in the first house. It is just like Mars being very extreme during this period, and it puts a debilitated aspect on the seventh house. So overall, here relationship is what we need to be very careful of during the month of February, because this is the time that relationship or partnerships can go up and down, and there will be struggle in these areas. Later, Sun enters into Aquarius. Now, Sun entering into Aquarius, meeting with his Sun. Sun meets Sun in the house of Sun. After Makar Rashi, it goes here now. Remember, I have been reading a lot of celestial stories, and where I understood that whatever their personal relationship may be, but when it comes into the cosmic area, when it comes into the cosmic, like for example, Moon and Jupiter, everyone has heard that whenever Moon and Jupiter are together, it makes Gaj Kesri Yoga. But if you see on the other hand, Moon and Jupiter are enemies because they have that personal problem. So whatever personal problem they have, it does not matter whatever it is. They do not show it to the world. It is there. When it comes to karma, when it comes to being, very what you say, very judgmental in your chart, they will do exactly what is right for you, not anything that is wrong for you. So here, Sun conjunction with Saturn is going to be a crazy, crazy good news for you, and especially because eighth house lord is sitting in the second house, so good investments or good money that you can receive from government area, so you can vouch for this time. Hope for the best. People who have invested in insurance, their money also can mature during this period, so hopefully a great time for all the people who are having this kind of placement. Actual natal placement also is very, very good for them. Later, Mercury will enter into Aquarius. Now, Mercury is the ninth house lord in the second house. So, again, now what it means that your speech will be very, very important. Your speech, and Mercury is the planet that rules your speech. Reggie, those people who have young children and they do not have, they have speech problems. They have problem like speaking, delay speak or something like that, right? Rohitji, Rohitji, are you listening? So I am asking you that people who have speech delays, for them, Mercury is the one which is responsible. Mercury is the one which is responsible for any speech delay, any kind of problem that is related to speaking. So I am saying those who have such kind of placement in their chart already, and Mercury is now transiting this period, this is the best time for your children to speak. And there is a very simple remedy. There is mishri, we say the
Pieces
sugar,
of sugar, small pieces
pieces
of
of
sugar,
sugar. Yeah,
big
if that is
pieces.
given regularly to your child when they were trying to speech or go into speaking area, that is the time they will get a lot of benefit uh, from what you say Mercury. In fact, Tulsi, if you can give Tulsi drops to them, that is also very, very favorable. This is also the time when Mercury enters into the second house, and here it will get combust also because it will be in close conjunction with Sun. So this combust Mercury, to give it more power, this is the time to do a lot of Mercury sadhana. That is lot of things related because it is the destiny lord, right? Destiny lord
Ganpati sadhana. We can do Ganesh sadhana.
Ganesh sadhana. So this is the time of lot of Ganesh sadhana during this period in the month of February, because from 20th of February it will be in very closely moving very closely with the sun, and you have to be make sure that you give lot of strength to Mercury so that you give lot of your destiny works in the right way. So February in a nutshell, mostly it is about your relationship in the beginning, and then later on it goes into your second house related to your investments, money, and family. So make sure that you put a lot of effort in these areas. Moving on to March, Mercury enters into Pisces. Now here, the Lord of the ninth house is debilitated, but it puts an exalted aspect on the ninth house. So that is a positive news. Debilitated planet gives good result, by the way. Remember always. But it is sitting with Rahu, and Mercury is just like a Chaya Graha. So wherever it sits with, it takes the quality of that planet or uh, starts acting like that planet. So it will start acting like Rahu here, which is good because Rahu in your third house gives you extreme courage to take bold decisions. So Mercury here will do the same thing. It will give you that kind of wisdom, even debilitated state. Puts an exalted aspect on the ninth house. That means spiritually you will be too very much inclined during this period because Ketu is sitting there. So a good news for you. Mercury getting debilitated is not bad news for you. Health also, on the other hand, has to be taken care of, especially your shoulder and your neck area, because this is where Mercury will be sitting and be getting debilitated. Venus, on the other hand, enters into Aquarius. So Venus is the lord of Yoga Karka planet. Coming into the second house means gains, monetary gains during this period, and gains to family through family. Very good. Sun, on the other hand, enters Pisces. Now, Sun and enters Pisces makes a very good yoga here. In few days, like in 4 or 5 days, Sun will make sure that it will combust Mercury, and when it combusts Mercury, that means all the negative effects of Mercury will be ward off, like will not be, you will not be getting. If sun combust Mercury, that means Mercury does not give negative results at all. It will not give, mostly not give good results also, so it will be neutral. So good, but sun, the lord of your eighth house in the third house, again tells you that because of your communication you can gain something. This is the time that you have to make sure that you do not reveal any secret or any kind of, uh, like you do not have to become like a gossip monger, because third house is the house of gossip mongers, and eighth house lord in the third house means secret you will be revealing to your neighbors or your neighbor's secret, and that can bring you bad light or bad name, so be careful about it. Mars, on the other hand, enters Aquarius, so Mars ends its debilitation. Now, second house has become very strong. Yoga Karka planet in the second house. Another Yoga Karka planet. This is the time, really, if you want to buy anything, any property, any vehicle, March is the month for you. Because, see, your fourth house Lord is in the second house, as well as the Yoga Karka. Fifth house Lord is in the second house. So, there will be gains of money, and that way you can be able to buy good property or good things that can be very, very beneficial for you. Mercury, on the other hand, enters Aries. So now Mercury ends at debilitation, but now Mercury is going to start to become retrograde. Like before retrograde, it moves to the fourth house. Ninth house lord in the fourth house again says that because of your destiny, if you're again looking for any vehicle or any car or anything, you will get it. So this is positive. On the other hand, your career will also be having showing a very good what you say, very good news here from your career, because it is also the owner of the sixth house, daily work and routine. So there, and it is aspecting your 10th house. So good. Sudden spike in your career in a good way. Later, Venus enters into Pisces, Rohit. Now, Venus enters Pisces and makes a Raj Yoga, makes exalted position. Very good for Venus to be here. So, what does this mean? That because of your communication, you will be able to achieve extreme great heights during this period. Because of only in your communication and your hard work and your dedication, it will be recognized. I was doing a chart reading, Rohitji. He said that money wise everything is good. This is everything good. That is, I don't get recognition. I said ki you are so fortunate that at least you are having a job. Your money wise you're good. Look at people, they don't have job and nothing at all, and you're talking about recognition. I told him one more thing, that self recognition is important. That are you very true to your karma, or are
Yes.
you going out in the zone of, what do you think, that if someone else will appreciate, then only your karma will be good? So then I think he understood. He said, no, I was just demotivated, that I just want more motivation. I said, don't look for motivation outside, look for motivation inside
Self
yourself.
recognition is very important.
Yeah, you should understand that, oh, I am doing good. He said, I train people and they go be like, they progress more than me. I said, so that means there is some weakness which you need to work on yourself. Not, astrology is not responsible here at all. So this is how it. For March, the month is mostly related to buying some property, some fixed assets, and adding more investments in the right place. April, Rohitji. Now, April 2nd. April is a very special month, by the way. April, Mercury is going retrograde in Aries, Rohitji. Number one, it starts only with this. 2nd April. Good, it was not 1st April, otherwise, everyone would say April Fool, Mercury
Mm.
retrograde. No one would believe it. So here Mercury retrogrades. Now Mercury, again the Bhagya Lord, retrogrades in the fourth house, going back to the third house, which is very auspicious for you. Very auspicious. I'll tell you why. Here you will feel that, oh, there is problem. Things are delaying in my property and in the things. So maybe you must have bought some kind of fixed asset, but now delivery is a possession is a problem, right? No, don't worry about it. It will be good. At least good you don't take possession very till 13th of April. Because what happens 8th of April, Rohit, ji, there is total solar eclipse. Total solar eclipse happen in the third house. So honestly, short distance travel, everything should be avoided here. Uh, Siblings, any decisions related to siblings, younger siblings, anything related to short distance journey, anything related to writing something, communicating something, or giving something in written, signing some document should be avoided in April. But beautifully, 9th of April, Mercury will enter into Pisces. And now what happens, Rohitji, here? There is another yoga that has been made. It is called Neech Bhang Raj Yoga. Whenever two planets, debilitated and exalted planet, will sit together, it makes a Raj Yoga. That means you will gain
Mm.
extremely good things through your communication. So very, very great time for you. Later on, Another thing which beautifully happens is sun enters into Aries. So there is your third house has become very, very extremely good, and now your fourth house has become beautiful because here sun is sitting with a very, very friendly planet that is Jupiter, and on top of that also becomes exalted. So good, very good news for your home and your family and your possessions and your real estate and your vehicles, but not a good news for your job or business because here it puts a debilitated aspect on the 10th house. So now this means that struggle in these areas, but you will have so much power because you have third house. So courage house is so beautifully placed with Rahu, with Jupiter, with Rahu, with Mercury, with Venus. So
Venus.
very, very beautiful. So here, be careful about your job during the month of April. Mars also enters into Pisces. Now, here we have to be careful. Mars is a cruel planet, and it is sitting 12th from itself. Fourth house lord sitting 12th from itself. It can cause some trouble in terms of some kind of heated arguments. So we have to be careful about heated arguments. But on the other hand, spiritually, you will be inclined during this period. Later on, Venus finally enters into Aries. Now, Yoga Karka planet in the Kendra is a very, very beautiful Raj Yoga again because it owns the fifth house as well as the 10th house sitting in the fourth house will restore some kind of inner peace in your career area and in your kids area. Those who are trying to planning to even conceive, they can start planning out because very soon your Venus is going to come into the fifth house and the seed can be sown now for it to reap. So very nice for you. Later, Mercury says, "Okay, I am done debilitated. Now I will turn direct into Pisces, and this is the time it will turn direct into Pisces." So here, your again it is debilitated. So communication wise, you have to be little bit careful. Okay, communication wise careful, but still it has become come into a direct motion, so it will start showing good effects in your destiny because it puts an exalted aspect on the ninth house. So great, great news. April in overall is the month mostly related to your communication and related to your fourth house, that is your family. And both the things you have to be careful. And the negative thing that can happen during this period is a lot of ups and downs in your career area. So be careful. That is what I would say. Now comes the month of May. The biggest event of 2024 happens on 1st of May. That is, Jupiter finally changes its place and goes into Taurus. And that is what I was just saying a minute ago that this is a time of progeny. This is the time of getting, planning your family, expansion of your children, family life. So Capricorn ascendant people can think about doing this because Jupiter enters into Taurus, into your fifth house, giving expansion in this house. That is startups, that is family, that is education, that is higher education, that is creativity, that is creating new companies, again startups, which I told. So these are the things that can happen during this period, Rohitji. Happiness will be very, very abundant. So very positive for Capricorn. Many Capricorn people are also going through Sadisati. So for them, it completely depends, Rohitji, on the Dasha and Antardasha. See, these are general predictions depending on what kind of Dasha Antardasha is happening. That's why we are going every planet wise. Whatever planet Dasha Antardasha will be happening, you will get the most results. But if you're going through Sadisati, a special thing, then we have to go deep into it and understand how your chart is placed. Okay. So Jupiter, on the other hand, becomes Lord of Abundance. Mercury enters into Aries, finally ends its debilitation, and Mercury has come to a comfortable place. Your family, your maternal side of the family will be really, really helpful during this period. Inheritance wise, money wise, if you're thinking of getting something out, great news for you. Things will be working for you. Sun, on the other hand, enters Taurus, Rohitji. Here, Jupiter will come into little bit of trouble, Rohitji. Why? See, earlier it was in long distance relationship with Sun because it was completely at the border, at the degree to just enter into Taurus. But now what has happened? Sun enters Taurus and Jupiter is at very low degrees. So Sun will combust Jupiter. So for a while, there can be some kind of darkness in these areas. Like you will get a little scared, but it is just temporary. Was 1 month came. So you should actually start May 1st and make sure that if things become slow after 14th of May does not mean that things are not going to happen. In fact, the aspect of Sun on the 11th house means that you will meet your goals during this period. So it is wonderful for you. Venus says, "Why not me?" And Venus enters into Taurus, saying that, "Oh, no, 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 don't worry, we can start new things." And Venus here is the indicator of starting new things. That is why Venus is called Shukranu. It starts a life on Earth. Venus is the planet responsible to start a life on Earth. So why not here? So it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Very good placement. Yoga Karka planet in the fifth house restores money, wealth, your startups, and so many good things in all together. Very nice. But Rohit, it is not the end. Mercury says, why not me? Now here Mercury comes and sits in the 12th house, in the fifth house. That means 12th from itself. Here, if you see Mercury is the owner of Gemini, it is sitting 12th house from itself. Yeah, little bit of careful in terms of health and discipline you have to maintain. Don't do politics yourself in your work area. This is a very, very important month, especially related to fifth house, creativity, starting new things, doing a lot of activities related to kids or education, getting enrolled into higher education, starting your education that you have stopped in the between. So these are the good things that you can expect during the month of May 2024. Which I was just when I was doing this, there is a person who I know who's going to Jupiter Mahadasha, and he said that Jupiter is sitting in the fifth house for him, by the way. And he said that as soon as Jupiter came in during his now though it's halfway, he said as soon as it happened, I went to a foreign country for education. In fact, he said my education was also done. So I saw that just see the wonder of chart. Jupiter also rules the 12th house, and sitting in the house of education made sure that during its dasha, it took you to a foreign country for education. So many people who are Capricorn ascendant, depending on their dasha and antardasha, will be deciding in June, July to go in September. September and February are the two intakes that happen in foreign countries. So here, many people will be deciding to go to foreign countries. All the best for them. Later on, Mars, the fourth house lord, comes in the fourth house. Now, earlier investment, that is, if you invested or booked a car or if you booked a house or XYZ, this is the time you will be getting it. You will be getting that possession in your hand. So beautiful. On the career front, this also aspects your seventh house. So be careful in terms of relationships, be careful in terms of career, and also in a positive way. It will be hard work, but that you will be able to achieve your goals because Mars also aspects its own 11th house, that is the Scorpio sign. So good for you. Venus enters Gemini here. Now, Venus, Rohitji, is the Yoga Karka. It comes to the sixth house. What does it mean? Trouble in work area, trouble in anything related to health, trouble in stomach areas, trouble in urinary tract infections, and such kind of things. So be careful. Do not. Second house is Saturn, by the way. So eating is a very important thing for Capricorn. Those who eat non-veg during this period will be suffering the most because Saturn actually rules skin, that is leather. So any kind of animal skin or animal tissues you eat is ruled by Saturn. So Saturn is going to destroy you. And second house is the house of eating food. Eighth house, sixth house is the house of digestion, stomach. Seventh house is the house of lower abdomen. Eighth house is the house of lower abdomen till your anal area. So these three houses are very, very important: stomach, lower stomach, and the exertion, excretion. What we say when you excrete. So these the things are very, very eight. Sixth house is the house of digest of your what you say occupancy of food. Seventh house is the house of digestion of food, and eighth house is the house of excretion of food. So very careful because Saturn is also aspecting your eighth house excretion. You can even if you eat a lot of non-veg, you can get a lot of food poisoning or hemorrhoids during the piles. A problem like some kind of infection because it does not like non-veg food. So try and avoid that. And especially this is what Venus is saying in the sixth house that if you don't be in routine or maintain peace and do a lot of politics in your work area or a lot of power, like use your power in the wrong way, it will start giving you trouble. In case no, then it is a beautiful time, no problem at all. It will be great for you, Venus here. But still, Venus will make sure that your debts go up during this period. You'll have to take a little bit of money for some reason, and hopefully if it is good debt then it should come to you. All the best. Mercury on the other hand also enters into own house into the sixth house. Here it takes a control over this house. Your communication related to your daily routine is going to be very good. In your workplace, you will be able to manage if any mess ups or any f ups in your work area. You will be able to manage that, and on the other hand, your health will also be in a positive. It will show you in a positive way. Sun, on the other hand, entered into Gemini. Now, Sun is the lord of your eighth house. Coming into the sixth house means a Viprit Raj Yog. Now, you must have heard Viprit Raj Yog. Whenever 6, 8, and 12 planets, they interchange their houses and sit here only. That means a Viprit Raj Yog. Here, that means the difficulty that you were not being able to solve, those who were going through some difficult dasha and antardasha of Saturn and Venus, or Saturn and Mercury, or Mercury, Saturn, Venus, Mercury, this is the time that sun comes here and puts a lot of light in this house, and you will be able to overcome any trouble that was going on. So all the best. Health wise trouble also will be taken care of. On the other hand, Mercury enters into Cancer. Now Mercury is the lord of your ninth house, sitting 11th from itself. It will give gains through your destiny, gains through partnerships, gains through some kind of um, you know some kind of if you are going through any kind of court cases, any kind of litigation, gains through litigation. So very positive for you. Saturn, on the other hand, starts retrograding in Aquarius. Now, this is the time we have to be careful, and that is why I was putting a lot of word related to habits. Second house, house of habits, house of food habits, body language, your expressions, second house. So make sure that everything is in control, because here Saturn gives you time of repair. Whenever Saturn is in retrograde motion, it gives you time to repair. How Saturn came into retrograde motion? According to one of the stories, Rohitji, it is said that when Lord Shiva drank halahal, the poison that came out of the Samudra Manthan, all the planets were advised by Lord Vishnu that you should go and help Lord Shiva. On that time, Saturn also said that I will also help. Saturn took the poison, and Saturn also said that I will keep it in my body for some time. A very tiny bit of poison when he took, he couldn't handle it. And he started, first of all, he was limping, he turned blue, and he had to start walking backwards because he was not able to control what happened. And because he's limping, he was walking very slow. That's why retrograde Saturn is nearly for 140 days. That is 140 days of Saturn retrograde, and that Saturn retrogrades for 5 months altogether. It's too much. But this is the time Saturn is completely into his own struggle, so he will not give you results during this period, and that's why this is a time of repairing yourself, so that when Saturn is ready to give you results, it knows that, oh, he has done everything. This point one done, point two done, point three done. So you will be getting results according to Saturn that time. So fascinating, Rohit. There are so many stories that because of astrology I have learned, and it's so amazing. You know the blood of Rahu and the blood of Ketu. Do you know about it?
No, no, I never listened.
Yeah. So do you know garlic? Yeah. So garlic is a medicinal herb, very medicinal qualities, right, in garlic. But if you see the real nature of garlic, it is not used in any kind of puja or any kind of rituals. You know why? Any kind of god rituals.
Yes, garlic and onion, na? Now
Yeah.
I remember little bit. Yes,
So
yes.
what happened when Rahu and Ketu were chopped, when Lord Vishnu chopped the head of Swarna Bhanu, who became Rahu
Hmm.
and Ketu. So Rahu's blood fell on earth, and from that, because of the blood head, a plant emerged, and that was garlic. And when Ketu fell on earth, from that emerged onion. That's why, because they had taken the nectar, Amrit, in themselves, these and onion and garlic have the qualities of healing so many ailments, but still, because they are the products of Rahu and Ketu, here this means that they should not be consumed by anyone, because it has tamasic energy unless and until required. That's why when you eat a lot of garlic and a lot of onion, um, such people can have aggressive natures. And in non-veg, any kind of non-veg food, the main ingredient is garlic and onion only to make it more tasty. But
Hmm.
okay, this is how medicinally everyone is using garlic for any heart-related problems. Yes, garlic is very, very good for you. So, but this is the real story, the story of Sanatan Dharma behind. garlic and onion. Why it is not used in food? So Saturn retrogrades here, Rohitji. Very careful in terms of no non-veg during this period. Start making your expressions good. Start treating your family very good. Your investment should be in the right area. Ethical money should be earned. This is what Saturn tells you during this period. So June is mostly month of your workplace, your health, these and your relationship. These are the three things that are very prominent in June. Moving on to July, Venus enters into Cancer. Now, Venus is the lord of your Kendra, and in the Kendra, again, very beautiful, very big promotion in your career or very good status earning in your career can happen. So, all the best. Mars enters into Taurus, Rohitji. Mars is the owner of the fourth house, enters into the fifth house. So gains from mother, gains from homeland, gains from selling or buying of a car or buying or selling of a property. Here also it is very good in terms of your children also. This is the time that Mars is the planet that is also secondly required because this is the planet that causes you menstrual cycles. If you know women, Mars and Moon, whenever they are together or whenever Mars is aspecting Moon or in the transit, menstrual cycle happens. Go and check yourself, your menstrual cycle date, and see the gochar of Mars. It will be either opposite Moon, either aspecting Moon, or with Moon. It is a challenge. It will be 100% sure. That is how menstrual cycle happens. So Mars and Moon. So here, this can be the end of your menstrual cycles and beginning of your progeny. That means you can become conceived during this period. So all the best. Sun, on the other hand, enters into Cancer, Rohiji. Now, Sun has come into the 12th house, problem in relationships, trouble in relationships, and can cause some kind of misunderstandings in relationship because the 8th house Lord is sitting 12th from itself. So, very careful about relationships. Sun is a cruel planet, and in this house, it does not give good results at all. So, be careful. It aspects your lagna also, so you will become a little bit egoistic. So, it is really important to avoid such things. Mercury enters Leo. Mercury enters Leo makes a Viprit Rajyog. If there was any trouble that was coming through your health or through your finance problems, like you getting some money out of somewhere or getting some money from some litigation or getting some money from insurance, this is the time that it will be solved and you can get some hidden money. All the best. This is a very good time, by the way. A very, very beautiful time. Venus also enters into Leo. So now Yoga Karka planets comes to the 8th house. So this money can also be spent on luxury. So make sure that do not take such kind of actions. And it is the house of sudden ups and downs. In a positive way, it gives you very good results in your career area, but also spending a lot on luxury or status. Nobody cares about your status. Everyone cares about really one day you will understand that everything really is related to or linked to spirituality only. No one cares you have Mercedes or you have a cycle. Yeah, when you're dying on the bed, you will only care that, what kind of karmas I have done. Is it good or is it bad? What is the next life I'm going to get? That is what you will care for, or anyone else will care for. So make sure that earn karmas, not money. August 5, Mercury retrogrades into Leo, Rohitji. Here, Mercury starts the second phase of retrogression, starts retrograding here. And now here, this is again the house, sixth house, making a Viprit Rajo getting retrograde. So be very careful in terms of investments. The money that has come to you does not mean you will spend it in different ways. Here, if money has come, investment is very important. You cannot spend it on luxuries. That is more important because sun later on comes here in the 8th house in its own house and takes care of this house, but till the time sun does not enter till 5 of 6 till 5th of 16th, you have to be careful in terms of spending money and investments, especially the gains that you have gone through partnerships. Very important. Do not waste your money. Mercury, on the other hand, enters into Cancer into the 7th house again. Here, there will be trouble into relationships, some kind of misunderstandings. Or, see, I've been telling you, in the 8th house, it is again related to partnerships or money that you're spending in partnership, and partner may not like it. So, this is what you have to be careful of. Venus enter into Virgo, Rohitji. Now, Venus comes into debilitated state, and especially sitting with Ketu, going to be very, very difficult time in terms of your destiny working for you. Overall, this year, Rohit, if you see Rahu and Ketu are in third and in ninth house for you. Third house is the house of courage, and ninth house is the house of destiny. Here, Ketu plays a very spiritual role in your destiny, so that is very good. But Venus and Ketu together, it's going to be a little bit dull, little bit depressive kind of a time during this period. But on the other hand, your courage will be very high. Your determination will be very high because of Venus aspect on the third house, exalted. So that way, your courage and determination will be very high. Even if you don't feel like doing something, you will be doing things during this period. So again, very very good time for you. Mars, on the other hand, enters into Gemini, Rohitji. Now Mars is the fourth house lord, and here mother health has to be taken care of, or your house repair, house spending, debt because of house, debt because of car, some accident, some kind of trouble, some kind of operation, some kind of surgery can happen because both the eighth house and the fourth house is being occupied by cruel planets, and these cruel planets have to be taken care of very very important in a very very important. Now, Mercury, on the other hand, turns direct into Cancer and start repairing your relationship that were going into a lot of troublesome areas. So, again, it is a good time for you. Hope for the best. That is what I would say. Uh, those who are married, being quiet is very, very good. Either husband or wife, be quiet because this Mercury can lead to some kind of troubles. September, Rohit, September, Mercury enters into Leo. Mercury is the again, Rohitji, the Lord of the sixth house in the eighth house, making Viprit Rajyog. So that means again you will get gains from your partnerships, but that does not mean you spend it immediately. Okay, so just be careful about your spending. Sun enters into Virgo, and Sun makes a conjunction with Ketu here. Very soon it will make a conjunction because Ketu is not at very mid degree; it is just at little bit degrees. So here, Sun and enters with Ketu, and Ketu will be close conjunct with Sun, and Sun and Ketu together can create little bit of disturbance to your father's health. So very careful in the month of September. Father's health, Venus debilitated there, Sun, Ketu together. So it is a bit of difficult time for father. Later on, Venus enters into Libra, into your 10th house, and 10th house is the house of your career. So here, Yoga Karka planet comes in the 10th house in Kendra, in its own house. Here, your status, your area, work area will be very, very highlighted, and you may gain some good news here in your work area. So awesome for you. Mercury, on the other hand, enter Virgo, says that I am going to be exalted. Your career is at super pace. Your father health, which was going into trouble, now Mercury will come in and take care of it. And on top of that, your status, your name and fame will be at top during the month of September. So it's a very, very awesome month in terms of your destiny and your career. Moving on to October, this is the most important month that every ascendant has to take care of, whether it is anyone. Because number one is beginning of the month, Jupiter turns retrograde. So what has happened? Jupiter is now retrograde, Saturn is also retrograde. Both the major planets in your second and fifth house, the Dhanasthans, are retrograde. Okay. Number one. Second, Mercury enters into Libra, ends its exaltation. So Mercury also is a known in no power, but enters into the 10th house. That means there will be gains in your work area because Venus is also there. But Venus says that I am going to Scorpio. Venus goes ahead. Still, again, gains are there because a 10th house planet going into the 11th house means gains from your networking, and gains from business. Those who are in business will actually see real gains in this till 17th of October. After that, you have to be careful because your 10th house has Sun debilitated. Sun debilitated here will put an exalted aspect on your fourth house. So there it will be good. Your home environment will be good, but your business or work environment will become a little bit troublesome. On top of that, if you see your seventh house, your relationship and your designation will be at a lot of trouble because 3 days later, Mars also enters into Cancer, becomes debilitated. So here, what is happening? Sun is debilitated, Mars is debilitated, Saturn is retrograde, no, Jupiter is retrograde. What the hell is happening? Just imagine these and see very important places. Two Kendras and two one second house and one fifth house, one Trikona and one again second house, that is Maraka house. So very very careful, man. Saturn here in this house is a maker also and destructor also. It is the owner of your first house, that is owns your personality, as well as it is a Maraka for you. It owns your destruction also. But all depends on how you follow Saturn's path. If you are following Saturn's path, there is no destruction. But if you are not following, then there is going to be destruction. So Mars in the seventh house, careful in relationships, no big. Your ego will be very high actually because your family wise you will be very dominating because Mars is aspecting your first house. Also, Mars is aspecting your 10th house where Sun is debilitated. So be careful in terms of speech, ego. Keep it a little bit low during this period. Mercury, on the other hand, enters into Scorpio, Rohitji. Mercury is the owner of the ninth house, sitting third from itself. Now it will bring difficulty in your destiny also working for you. So, with so many things, now Mercury also sitting third from its ninth house. Little bit trouble, man, in terms of your destiny. So, lot of things are happening in the month of October. Very careful in terms of relationship and and your career. Two things are highlighted. Not to make any major decisions during this period. Now comes the month of November. Venus enters into Sagittarius. This is the time that people can be going abroad for studies. This is the time that people can be going abroad for work related things, because the 10th house lord is in the 12th house, the 5th house is in the 12th house. So things related to education or work will be at top priority. But still, Sun is not right, Mars is not right, all the other planets are retrograde. So very careful. Saturn, on the other hand, 15th of November turns direct into Aquarius. Now, this was the time that you were given a lot of time to repair on your eating habits, on your body language, on your expressions, on your family, on your investments. If you have taken care of the everything, it is very good. If not, then Saturn will start showing it effects according to your karma. No astrologer can tell Saturn will give good or bad results. Completely depends on your karma. Sun, on the other hand, enters Scorpio. Now, Sun is the finally it's going away from debilitation and getting into a friend's house. There is no problem of Sun with Mars. It is a very good. In fact, in the house of Mars only, it becomes exalted. So here also it gives very good results. So you may achieve your goals after a lot of hard work. But still, your relationships and your status is at is not is compromised at the moment. It is not good because the seventh house has a debilitated Mars. Now Mercury retrogrades in Scorpio. Jupiter is aspecting Scorpio, and Jupiter is aspecting Scorpio, and Mercury is aspecting the sign of Taurus. So here both the planets are retrograde now, aspecting each other. So what does it mean? It means that your startup will be a little bit troublesome during this period, but no stress at all, because this is just very temporary. Mercury very soon is going to be doing very good. But before that, December starts and Venus enters into your first house, that is your Lagna. Again, Kendra Lord in the Lagna makes a very good yoga, and you are going to personality wise you're going to develop. So this whole year is a personality development also for you, where you're learning new things and developing your personality for the best. Now Venus enters into Capricorn, into your Lagna. It is going to be very beautiful in terms of your workplace, and there can be change of job also, like the 10th house lord setting fourth from itself, that means change of location also. So all the best. Mars retrogrades in Cancer. Mars says I am not ready yet. Mars retrogrades in Cancer. Now your relationship and designation and things that you want to achieve from your work area, business, partnerships is all really at hold. So I also say that don't make any major big investments or decisions during this period. Sun, on the other hand, enters Sagittarius, makes a Vipreet Raj Yoga. So you will be gaining some kind of knowledge. Spiritually, you will be very inclined during this period, and there can be long distance foreign travel also for you suddenly. Eighth house lord is suddenly. Suddenly, you will have foreign travels or travel to a different state or a area or a place where you did not even expect. So all the best. 16th of December, Mercury turns direct into Scorpio. Mercury says, okay, Jupiter, you don't become direct, I will become direct. So Mercury becomes direct, and now it is moving forward, making sure that your goals, the higher goals that you have set, is going to be final stage of achieving them is there here. And then later Venus enters into Aquarius, Rohitji, making sure that okay, this is what how I want to come and meet Saturn and tell him, give him all the news of all the houses. So he will be talking about, I am the Yoga Karka planet, sitting in the second house. I am going to restore a lot of money, wealth for them. But these are the karmas that they have done, and we have to give them results accordingly. So, Rohitji, in a nutshell, 2024 is the year of Saturn and year of discipline. There is nothing bigger than discipline in 2024 that can make everyone achieve a lot of things in 2024. I hope and wish, first of all the people who are watching, do subscribe. And sorry if we have caused any kind of trouble to you, or maybe our prediction did not work out for you in the past year. This year we will do extreme hard work and make sure that things really show up in a positive way for you. And all the planets we try to explain you in a more positive and elaborative way. Those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe. Those who have already subscribed, thank you so much for being a part of the family. It has been a great, great, real great year. And uh, because you are together, we are able to grow. That is very simple, Raj. Thank you, everyone, from the bottom of my heart.
Yes, really, and the predictions for those who say are not accurate for us, maybe two, three, four, five people. Then this is because these are generic prediction, and every chart had so many combinations, different mahadashas, nakshatras, so many things you have to see. So it's always recommended to go for personal chart reading. That's why we are on the verge of uh, entering 2024. So many people already took the benefit of this 2024 yearly horoscope package. You can also take this 2020 yearly horoscope. What is that? That from January 2024 to December 2024, you will sit with Akashji on video consultation, and you will plan your every month, your everything, that I want to go for PR, I will go into studies, marriage, money, anything you can plan with Akashji, and he will transparently tell you everything. 2024 is working for you or not, or which month is working. So send your details on the WhatsApp mail ID, or you can visit our website also, and you will have a video consultation with Akash.
Yes, Rohiji, thank you so much for this. Now, we have not, the video is not yet complete.
Two more things.
Yeah, there is a very special, beautiful yantra here. We
Yantra.
can see this is the 74 yantra 74, and here we have to make four boxes and write ream, 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 six times ream according to how it is written here on a bhoj patra made out
Hmm.
of pomegranate uh, plant stem. Like you'd use pen in that area. You can have sandalwood, turmeric, camphor, holy basil, musk, saffron, and ganges, like water from the river Ganga. You can mix everything, make a paste, and start writing this. It's going to be, it has to be done in the Hora of Venus during a Friday. Very, very effective it will become. And you have to chant the mantra stream while drawing this. Those who cannot do this can go on the website and also book. We will be making a video for you specially and sending you your yantra if you want it. But otherwise, this is very simple. You can do it at home as well. And Rohitji here, Saturn is the ruling planet for Capricorn. Now, strengthening Saturn by doing the mantra Om Shanishcharai Namaha is very, very good. Observing fast on Saturdays is considered very auspicious as Saturday is associated with Saturn. And on the other hand, donating black items or black sesame seeds is going to be bringing a lot of positive energies for everyone who are looking for remedies for the year of Saturn itself. So it's a great, great remedy to do. All the best.
And one thing I will like to ask Akashji,
Ji,
that remedies also according to chart, specific chart.
depend, Rohit. Sometimes certain remedies should not be done. This is generic remedies, right? Some people do certain
Yes,
remedies,
that's what I'm
and
asking.
a negative Saturns become very, very strong. So we should not do any remedies that are not recommended. Some people, like today, I was talking to one lady. She has a eighth house Saturn, and she's wearing Neelam.
Oh,
I'm like, why
that's
the
what I
hell?
am asking. That when you do chart reading, you basically give remedies also to people according to their chart, specifically.
Yeah, especially Luigi, another woman which I was talking to, she was wearing a ruby. Ruby is the lord of the 10th house.
Hmm.
Sun was the lord of the 10th house, and she was wearing ruby, and that too, ruby is sun sitting in the 8th house. So someone told her that you will get promotion, and she lost her job after
Oh my
wearing
God.
ruby. Because 8th house is house of sudden ups and downs losses. As soon as sun got debilitated in the month of September, she lost her job.
I think this is also, you rightly said, sometime you are going through right time, but somebody tell you to wear the wrong planet, stone, and
Yeah.
everything goes in mess. And
It depends. Sometimes I meet people who astrologers from our fraternity only from YouTube, many other astrologers. They give them very good recommendations of gemstones. So it
hmm.
is not only negative, which positive also is there. Some
Hmm.
astrologers really do very great job in predictions, and
Hmm.
it's not like we are only learned, right? Other people are as well.
Oh,
But
yes, yes.
I feel that. you should not do any kind of remedies that are related to Sun, Saturn, Venus, Moon, unless and until you know about it, because otherwise, maybe you are strengthening a negative planet and get negative results out of
Right, remedies, stones, and everything what you want to do is according to chart specific. Never go, by YouTube video and do yourself. Even for this is applicable for medicine. People these days just watch video on YouTube. Oh, okay, this disease, this medicine, and take and they land into some problem. This is how with astrology also. So always try to consult a learned astrologer and try to solve your problems through your personal birth chart. Thank you very much, Akashji. Thank you for your readings, your predictions, your research. Always help all people, all family members of AC Astro. In the end, only I can say, please subscribe and share this video and bless AC Astro. Thank you very much. See you in
it. Thank
next
you,
video. Till then, Jai Shri
Jai
Ram,
Shri
Jai
Ram,
Hanuman,
Jai
Jai Mata,
Hanuman, Jai
Om Namah Shivaya.